Manuel, first of all, what's the injury latest, please?
Well, the injury is the same as last week. It's the three strikers, Sergio, Edin Dzeko, and Stefan Jovetic. No, Clichy now this week is okay. He has an important kick in his step, but he's okay. And Vincent Kompany.
So given the injury problems then and this busy run of games, could this be the most challenging period of your season?
No, I don't think so. I think that always every game is an important challenge. Every game has 3 points. It's important, of course, to have as much as the complete squad we can, but you cannot do it every game. So now you must try to win the game with the players that you have.
How important is it to keep that pressure firmly on Chelsea?
We are not thinking about Chelsea. We are thinking about just our team. We know that it's important to have our own pressure to try to win the next game. And as I said before, you never win the title in December. So we have a long 5 months to continue playing as well as we are doing so far, and we'll see at the end of the season which is the team that has more points.
You must be pleased, though, to be on course for that 45-point mark at the halfway stage.
Well, of course, if we are right to 45 points, but our target now is to arrive to 42. Then when we finish the 42, we'll try to have 3 points more.
Are we any closer to resolving Frank Lampard's situation?
Well, I hope that Frank's situation will be resolved in the next days. I said at the beginning that will be during December when we are going to have the last decision, but I repeat once again, I think Frank is very important for our team, so I hope he will stay here.
And just finally from me then, do you risk upsetting your colleagues in New York over the situation?
What?
Do you risk upsetting your colleagues in New York over the Lampard situation?
No, I don't think so. That's why we have a long conversation with all of them, and I think that's just one club, so I think that what is better for the club is better for all the clubs.
Manuel, West Brom are only 7 points off the bottom of the table. Are you surprised at how close it is at the bottom?
No, not surprised, because always Premier League, not only at the top of the table, but the bottom of the table is always very close. So I think that it's a good team that maybe they are not in their best moment, but I am sure that tomorrow, on Friday, they will play a very good game.
Only United and Chelsea have managed to win the Premier League 2 seasons in a row. Do you think it's harder to retain the title than to win it?
I think it's always hard to win all, the first time and the second time. Maybe when you already win one white title, at the beginning of the season, maybe especially after the World Cup, both things link, may be a little bit difficult but after that, I think that it's the same degree of difficult one year than the other one.
Just finally from me, you're unbeaten in the last 9 in all competitions. Why do you think the form has improved? Well,
for a lot of reasons. I think that we are playing now again with the intensity and in the style of play that we always do. We have again player with high individual performance. We are in a good moment. We are trusting what we do. So in the same way that maybe we will play in a poor way 2 months ago, now we are doing in a very good way.
Manuel, just on that point, 6 league wins in a row, but you've done it without Aguero, for some of it without recognised strikers. Do you feel that the best is still yet to come from your side, that you're still yet to click into gear, even though you do have this improved form at the moment?
For me, it's enough to continue in the same way. We don't know if the better things that will come, but I think that in this moment we are playing in a high level, but we always need to return as soon as they can, away and all the other players that are injured.
Manuel, West Brom were involved in quite an interesting game the other day with QPR. How did you view how that went, and what can you learn from that?
Well, I think every game is different, so we cannot. Of course, I watch all the games that they play before, that we must play with them. But I think that every game is different. They start winning 2-0. After that, they concede 3 goals. But normally our teams, especially when they play against us, that's very difficult for us to score goals.
Julian Lescott appears to be playing fairly well for them. Is he someone whose presence you've maybe missed in the squad this season?
In our squad?
Yeah.
I don't think so, because Julian Lescott always plays well here when he was with us last year. But every squad needs change every year. He has 33, 34 years old. We thought that it was better for him to continue in another club. But I was always very happy with his performance last year with us, because he's a very good player, intelligent player.
Well, there was lots of talk ahead of the Palace game about strikers, lack of strikers. But how pleased were you with your defence, keeping another clean sheet, particularly with Vincent missing?
It's very important, because I think it's always you can play with more trust if you don't concede a goal. You are not, if not, you are one goal behind the score. You always start playing faster as you need, and you play against the rival, the score, everything. So it's very important to keep our goal in a clean sheet, as we did the last 4 games, not only Premier League, also in Champions League. That gives a lot of trust also to our team.
Can you give us a time scale on the injured players, when you expect those injured ones to be back?
Well, I'm not a doctor, but it's difficult for me to know exactly. Maybe Jovetic and company will be soon, and at the end of this week, or last week or next week. Edin Dzeko and Sergio Aguero, I think that they will be at the second part of January.
And in some ways, is it good that those two are, if you like, missing when you're still playing well and still scoring goals? It keeps them fresh for what will be a very interesting time in the new year.
No, I think that we need them as soon as we can. Not they must be fresh, but it's better for them to be playing, so they playing their 100% of their possibilities. When you come back from a long injury, you always need some games to return to your normal performance. So I think that we have a team, we have a squad for the whole year. We are making some rotation for injury, not for injuries, and important that the whole squad arrive at the end of the year with the fresh that we need to try to win again.